Today, we're going to explore one of the most incredible stories happening inside of you right this second. It's the story of a protein. We're going to follow its journey from a simple, lifeless chain of molecules to a complex, powerful machine that really makes you, you. So, to kick things off, let me ask you a kind of weird question. What on earth does cooking an egg for breakfast have to do with getting your hair permed? I mean, they seem totally unrelated, right? But, believe it or not, they share a really deep biological secret. And there it is. The answer is that both of these things permanently mess with the shape of proteins. In both cases, you're taking proteins that exist in one shape and you're forcing them into a completely new one. And this gets to the absolute core of what we're talking about today. For a protein, its shape isn't just a feature. Its shape is everything. Okay, so let's really dig into why that shape is so ridiculously important. We're about to see how a protein goes from being basically a useless, tangled-up string to a super specific, functional machine that gets all the important jobs done in our bodies. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you've got the unfolded protein. It's just a long chain, kind of floating around with no purpose, no biological activity at all. But then, look at the other side. Once it folds into that one perfect 3D structure, it becomes a total powerhouse. Suddenly, it can be an enzyme that makes reactions happen, an antibody that fights off a cold, or even the stuff that literally holds your cells together. The function comes directly from the form.
So how does this amazing transformation even happen? Well, it's not random. You can actually think of it like a little heroic journey. This simple chain, just by following the laws of physics, goes on this epic quest to find its one, true, perfect shape. And this journey happens in a few key stages. First up, you have the primary structure. That's just the sequence of amino acids, like letters spelling out a word. Then, little parts of that chain start twisting into simple shapes, like coils or folded sheets. That's the secondary structure. And finally, the whole thing just collapses in on itself, folding and tucking until it locks into its final stable functional 3D shape. It's all about finding the coziest, most low-energy position it can.
But what if that journey goes off the rails? The inside of a cell is a really crowded, chaotic place. So to make sure things don't go wrong, the cell has its own team of quality control managers. And these guys are called molecular chaperones.
These chaperones are so cool. They don't actually tell the protein what shape to be. Instead, they're more like guides. Imagine an artist making a really delicate sculpture. The chaperone is the person who keeps the crowd back so nobody bumps into it. They just create a safe little bubble so the protein can fold correctly without getting stuck to its neighbors and forming these useless and sometimes dangerous clumps.
All right, now we're getting to the most dramatic part of our story. What happens when a perfectly folded protein runs into some kind of disaster? This is where we see the crisis of what's called denaturation, when a protein completely unravels.
So what is denaturation? It's the total loss of that beautiful, hard-won 3D shape. All those careful folds and bonds that give the protein its power are just broken. Its entire architecture gets crushed. And when the structure is gone, the function is gone too. It's right back to being that useless string again.
And what causes this kind of destruction? Well, here are the main culprits, the agents of chaos. Extreme heat is the big one we all know. That's literally what happens when you cook an egg. The clear, liquidy protein turns solid and white because the heat has denatured it. But the same thing can happen with huge swings in pH, exposure to harsh chemicals, or even just intense physical force. The before and after here is pretty shocking. You go from a biologically active, working machine to a tangled, inactive mess. The change is just total. The protein has lost its identity, its purpose, everything.
This all leads to a really important question. Once a protein has been unraveled like this, is that it? Is it game over? Or is there any chance of it making a comeback?
And that brings us to the final chapter in our story, the path to refolding. We're going to find out if a denatured protein can ever actually recover its shape and maybe its function.
The answer is sometimes. The process is called renaturation. And yeah, if the stress that caused the problem was pretty mild and you take it away, some proteins can actually refold themselves back into their proper shape. But, and this is a really big but, it's not a guarantee. For a lot of proteins, especially after something severe like cooking, the damage is permanent. You can't unboil an egg, right? Well, you can't always refold a protein.
I want you to just think about this for a second. Right now, in your body, this perfect folding is happening quadrillions of times, every single day.
The scale and precision are just breathtaking, and that leaves us with one final, really deep question to think about. With all that going on, what happens to our health when just one of those tiny folds goes wrong? And this isn't a hypothetical. It's the very real origin of devastating diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and cystic fibrosis, all caused by misfolded protein.